the Will Smiths smacking Chris Rock at the whatever Oscars or whatever. I saw it, looked at it, and somebody wanted to know my opinion. So I'm here it is. So for people who don't understand about Will Smith and his past, Will Smith has a catalog of women that he been with when he was with Jada Pinkett Smith. It's not the fact that a lot of people got it wrong. They're acting like Will Smith wasn't out here doing anything and Jada Pinkett Smith just magically got with a rapper that made him look stupid. I mean, she did make him look stupid. But I'm going to show you that Will Smith will never take advice from people because Jada Pinkett Smith is his one and only. So I'm going to have to explain to you what a one and only is if people don't get it what one and only is. So let's show right here. One and only. So we might talk about Russell Wilson. But Russell Wilson became a stepfather to his one and only. He always liked it, Sierra. He wanted a shot at Sierra. And when he finally got the chance and got the money and the opportunity to be with Sierra, he got with her. Even if it means him taking the kid as his own. He's never gonna leave Sierra, and Sierra's probably gonna be pretty much the downfall of him. Kind of like what's Jada's the downfall of Will Smith. So let's see. People don't understand what Will Smith gonna have to go deal with. Will Smith don't have the name that he had before. He doesn't have the name that he had before. He don't get hired for $1 million movies like he used to. That goes to The Rock. The Rock has been in multiple movies that hit more than 200 million. The King Richards movie it only hit 38 million. If Will Smith taking hit, he's done. Jada Pinkett Smith pretty much lower his value as the tough guy in Hollywood by doing the stuff that she did to him. No one really gonna take him seriously in the action role no more. This is why he had to take in certain roles for certain movies. He's no longer the action star. So if he goes with a divorce, she's gonna clean him out, and he's gonna be scrapping up money in order to in order to make in Hollywood. So I'm gonna show you 3 chicks who Will Smith was having, who was having, how can I say it in PG way? Will Smith was rocking the boat with, even rumors, but people already know that he was doing it. See, these women knew how to keep their mouth shut and not expose that they was with Will Smith. So you had this chick right here who better looking than Jada. She was with Will Smith when they was collabing. She wanted, behind the scenes, somebody said that she wanted Will Smith to leave Jada for her. When Will Smith didn't do it, she broke off with him. This was his side chick a few years ago. People put it together that Will Smith was messing with her. She looked better than Jada Pinkett Smith. And your girl, Harley Quinn, he messed with her when she was 23 years old when she first started. They had pictures of them like they was cozy together. So, Will Smith do have bodies, but the women knew how to keep their mouth shut, and they knew the deal of being with Will Smith since he's married. He had an image to protect, and they had their fun and they left and they broke off from him. Now, a lot of people who talk about Will Smith being a simp, Jada Pinkett Smith was having a hard time. She was having a hard time getting men to go with her because she was Will Smith's wife. She probably would get dudes that she probably didn't want, or they kept their mouth shut. So she was jealous of Will Smith. And she seen the kind of women that Will Smith was rocking. So here go something from 2018, when Jada Pinkett Smith says, Jada Pinkett Smith is 46 years old, but she says her vagina is 16 years old. She got a vagina rejuvenation, meaning they go back and rewind time on your vagina. A lot of people are not going to talk about this. She tried to get Will back and try to make him stop with the open relationship. Well, Will was having too much fun. She wanted to get back at him. So she was trying to find the best guy she can find. A lot of guys would not mess with Jada Pinkett Smith because that was Will Smith's wife, even if they knew she was in an open relationship. So she found the weakest dude she could possibly find in a feminine rapper, and literally cost Will Smith his image and his credibility in Hollywood. But what you guys don't know is that Will Smith see her as his one and only. So when a guy has a one and only, it means that he's never going to get rid of her, no matter how bad she is. These are the kind of women in the position when you give her the one and only, it means that no woman can replace her. You can have sex with 1 million women, but you will always be hooked to one. It's kind of like your favorite food, but you have to eat other things, and other things don't taste as good, even though it might taste better. But you're mentally attached to your favorite food, and it tastes better than to the food that's out there that you can't eat that's better. Jada Pinkett Smith was a woman that he always wanted in his childhood, his teenage years, or somewhere in between those years in Philly, and he got her in Jada Pinkett Smith. In her younger days, everybody praised her. That was the girl that he always wanted in his life. When they opened in a relationship, she was having her fun. But when it would start to go down and Will Smith was still out there pounding them cheeks on every celebrity and every up and coming actress, white actress and everything else, she got mad. This is the reason why she dragged him through the mud. Jada Pinkett Smith gonna be the downfall of this dude. But that's not my problem. I don't care. That ain't me. Will Smith gonna have to deal with it when she divorce him, or she just gonna put him through something. Will Smith might do something to himself. Hopefully he doesn't do that. But when you put a woman in a position of a one and only, it's a done deal. So this is a chick that that was in my neighborhood. She looked better than this about 10, 12 years ago, before she had a kid. She was beautiful. She was a beautiful Dominican chick. Her and her sister was beautiful. She never looked my way. She wasn't my one and only. I took the L. Didn't care. I moved on. Y'all saw this chick from Facebook. Me and her was talking to each other, and she was actually thinking about coming to Philly. Until she showed her true colors when I asked, what is that? What the fuck did I ask her? About another dude that she was messing with. And she lied to me and said she wasn't messing with old buddy. And she was. She was doing stuff like this. This is what she looks like. She photoshopped her face to my head because I did a picture like this. That was me sitting down. And she played me. And basically, I moved on. I tried to talk to her, a Brazilian chick. She's married now. When she looked like this. She declined. I moved on. I tried to talk to her back in the day. And she declined me. Moved on. Tried to talk to her. We lost contact. Moved on. You know, have a current crush on Vanessa Hudgens. But eventually, I'm going to move on. She's in, back in the day, this Blasian right here, I was so mesmerized by her. She ended up having a kid and disappearing. I got over her. So, this black chick, never cared for her, never liked her at all. I was trying to see if she was this good person how she said she was, but she wasn't. See, for people who say I can't get a girl, this is what a black chick that come my way looks like. She's a single mom of 2 kids, and this is what she looks like. Not my type. So, let's see me giving her some bullshit and her inviting me out to eat. So, let's see. So, who cares what a good person like me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And if you go back page, then you will have this long story of what happened to someone you know. I care about you. I really think you should go out with me somewhere. I'll pay for it. So, a single mom of 2 kids, offered me to go out with her. And she was going to pay. And I declined. I stood on my morals. I don't need to take everything that comes my way. I have dignity. See, I have changing interests in women. I like women like this. Indonesia. A Blasian chick. Japan. Different types of Asian chicks. So, back in the day, I had a crush on the girl in a blue bikini. Next to the girl in the red in the green shorts. That was my biggest crush in 2006, 6, 7, and 8. That's a long ass time ago. 6, 7, and 8. So I talked to her and her sister at the same time. This was back then when there was a lot of Dominicans. I think Dominicans and all types. I think Dominicans that was moving from Dominican Republic going to Philly. So we had a lot of them in Philly coming out. We had a whole bunch of stuff. This was back then in the 2008 crash. There's a lot of people that came from New York to Philly, and I liked it her. The chick with the blue bikini next to the girl with the green shorts. Not the one with the blue one. The one with the blue bikini with her legs crossed next to the one with the red. I had a big crush on her for 3 years. Her mom didn't like the fact that I had a crush on her. She pursued her daughter to go with a Dominican only guy. So pretty much, she got in the way. Her uncles got into a fight one night when I was going to try to talk to her. Her uncles got into a fight over, I think a checker game or something. One of the dudes pulled a gun out. He put the gun to the dude's. Pulled the gun to the dude's head, his own family, and they had to talk him down. I said, yeah, it's not worth dying over. Homeboy knew, the dude that she ended up with knew that I liked her. And he will always stare at me because the mom told him that I was trying to talk to her. He never came over there and did anything. But he knew that I was closer to getting her before he was. He put 2 babies in her. I think either he cheated on her or they just divorced. She's a single mom. And I would never try to even touch her. She was a crush back in the day. She wasn't my one and only. There was another girl on my block named Amanda. She was going out with my boy at the time. His name is Janito. And I was going to ask her out. I found out Janito went out with her. So somebody told me she was single again. Come to find out, it was between me and his local drug dealer. Dude name is John. And pretty much he beat me to her. And I pretty much gave up on her. But she still liked me. Because she be antagonizing me all the time. Now, there was a certain incident that happened when she tried to use some drug dealers to come at me because her little brother threw a rock at me. So I threw one back at him. So I had to call, a family member I had connections with back in the day. One of my family members to check them dudes. And they called some dude to try to fight me. Like, it was a lot of drama. But the chick is now a single mom of 2 kids, I think. 3 kids, I think. And she goes out. She went back on the block. And she goes out with a dude that she would have never went out with back in the day. So she got her retirement plan and got with a dude who tried the street life. And street life didn't work out for him. He snitched on his buddies. And he got away with some of the stuff, and his buddy got on probation based off the fact that he was close to a female cop who ended up dying in a car accident. There was another chick, Puerto Rican chick, beautiful fucking girl, man. See, she could have been the one and only, but, there's other women out there. You hear my stories, right? Every chick that I had a crush on are all Dominican, Puerto Rican, and there was like a lot of Asian girls that I had a crush on in high school. But this is the block, the neighborhood. It was a Puerto Rican, dark-skinned Puerto Rican. Her name was Pooh. Had a flaming crush on her for a long-ass time. But her cousin, Crystal, would not let me talk to her. Because she thought that Pooh belongs with a street dude. Obviously, I was competing with a street dude again. I lost. But Buddy decided to want to fight me. But it didn't work because I knew he was connected to the Latin Kings. So I said, why would I fight a dude over a girl when I know you got connections to the Latin Kings? I'm going to walk back. I'm going to let you have it. And I'm going to just, let you take that W. I think a couple years later, somebody said she had 2 kids, and she don't look the same. I think I seen a glimpse of her, and I said, whoo, I miss the old her. Me saying this is that I took a lot of W's, and I took a lot of W's from girls that liked me, and I took a lot of L's from girls that I pursued. So that I had no problem with getting rejected or losing to another person. This to say that when the right chick rejects you, when the right chick rejects certain guys, they never get over it. And they want to get that girl that they never got back in the day. So these guys will get money, get fame, and they will go after the archetype of the female who dissed them, or a female who they lost, a female that they never got back in the day. This was Jada Pinkett Smith to Will Smith. He's never going to leave this woman alone because she is his one and only. So I'm going to show you. Oh, her. So, she looks like a chick in the old neighborhood that I liked who had glasses. Same thing with the curly hair, but she looked at 10 times better. This is a Brazilian chick that's viral. So, this was a An adult film star. This dude knocked down almost 2 or 3 thousand women. This dude had first dibs on every single new girl that came into the industry. He knocked down all of these girls, but he was stuck on one. Someone who he needed to have. And this woman became his one and only. This is her. So, she broke up with him. He was in a relationship with her and another adult film star called Gia. If you want to go to her page or her Instagram, she's friends with a girl named Gia. They was both in a relationship with him, but he was hard up on her. And in July of last year, he got into a car accident, a motorcycle accident. He died. They said he was heartbroken because she played him. Mind you, this is a guy who can get vagina. A lot of dudes are banging low quality women and they never had their fortitude tested out. There's a lot of women, a lot of dudes who in their own lives, who go to jail, taking the life of their own one and only, because they run into that one girl they can't get out of their head. That one girl, that one and only, that changed their life. And every single woman that comes in on them would never compare to that one and only. I remember a quote from Jax from Sons of Anarchy. When he confessed to Tara that she was the only one that he loved. He said, "Do you know how many women that I had sex with? And you know how hard it is that no matter," he said, "no matter how many times how many women I have sex with, they're not you. I'm empty. The only person that I feel alive with," or whatever, I think he said that, I'm messing it up, "was when I'm with you. Every other chick is pretty much nothing." A lot of these dudes have access to a whole bunch of women, and these women do not matter because they're stuck on one woman. It's a dangerous thing to have a certain girl as your one and only. It's a dangerous thing to harp on the women that you couldn't get back in the day. Now, you can always, if you're smart and use your intelligence and your red pill, you could always replace those chicks that you had a crush on. I've replaced every single chick that I lost. I can never say I only got rejected one time in my life. Once. And it was a chick at the gym that I thought liked me, but she probably liked me a few years ago, and she played the shit out of me. But it wasn't no nuclear, none of that. It was more like she was just over me. I lost my shot. But the fact is, I learned to get over it. To know that there will always be someone that looked better than her, another version of her. I always believe that there's always a doppelganger out there that looks just like you, and that person that looked just like you got somebody that looked just like them. And then the person that looks less like them is somebody look just like them. You'll be surprised how many people who can give off that they look like twins. I found tons of women who look like another woman that I had a crush on or that I liked, or I admired at one point or whatever. So he lost his life. Hard up on her. So let's see the storyline. She said this is when he passed away, and she was going through it because she was the one who caused his pain. So, there was an item she wanted to put up on the things. But look in the comment section. You always have to pay attention to the comment section on some people who got the scoop. So that's what happened. She out here twerking on Instagram stories like nothing happened at all. Laugh out loud. Right? I was shook when I saw that. He was dying and in a bad mental state after your bullshit. Own up to it and stop being a victim. You effed up. Now you want to act like the victim? You know everything you did. You know everything you did to Jake. For real, she's being a two-face. She being a two-face. What did she do? He posted about his mental struggles after the breakup because she did him dirty. Mind you, this is a guy who was getting women every single day. Play around if you want to. Make one of these women, the wrong woman, your one and only, and you will be in the ground, in jail, or you be making a fool of yourself like Will Smith. He's never leaving Jada Pinkett Smith because the fact is, he can't replace a woman like Jada Pinkett Smith. In his eyes, Jada Pinkett Smith is the prize, and no matter what she does, the prize is worth keeping. So, when you have the one and onlys, when you have somebody who's your one and only, you would do stupid stuff like this. Smacking people, costing your job, doing anything you want just to appease her. No matter what she looks like, you would do anything for your one and only. There's a lot of different types of women out here. There's the replacement girl. There's the I'm not gonna leave you. The I'm not gonna leave you to anybody else girl. If I can't have you, nobody else can have you. There's a lot of different types of archetypes of chicks that nobody out here talks about. Now, if somebody want me to make a video about that, then I probably will make a video about that. But the fact is, a lot of dudes manifest their one and only in the wrong women, and it turns into what Will Smith is. Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. Jada Pinkett Smith is his one and only. No matter how many women he had on the side, they would never replace Jada Pinkett Smith. And this is what you have to understand. There's guys out here that smashed thousands of women. And then their one and only cheated on them. And they took their lives. See, in today's society, like in my video about they got plans for you, that's part of their plan to make you a slave. The one and only is basically to make every man think that a woman, any woman that comes his way is his one and only. Because once you get into that mindset that this woman is your one and only, you will do anything for her. You will be there when she cheats. You will be there when she dogs you out. Why do you think a lot of dudes out here getting screamed at and yelled at? Why you think dudes sit around? It ain't because they can't get nobody else. It's because that they made this chick they one and only. A girl that can't be replaced. So I wanted to make it clear. That's my take on the Will Smith socking him or smacking Chris Rock. Will Smith isn't whipped on vagina. He's whipped mentally. This woman had programmed him to make him look at her as his one and only. That's it.